The following video is sponsored by vend-co.com.
Good day everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to play Monopoly Jenga. Now if you've ever played regular Jenga, the object is pretty simple. You're going to be drawing one of these blocks from the tower, and then you're going to go ahead and place it on top of the tower like so, and you're going to try to make sure that you don't knock the tower over. If you end up knocking the tower over, you're going to end up losing. Well, this game has some differences in it. Some of these blocks you're actually going to be placing in front of you when you draw them out, and you're also going to be able to place blocks back into the tower anywhere in the tower as opposed to just being on top of the tower. Some of these blocks are going to be worth points. Others are going to allow you to steal blocks from other players, and still others are going to make you put one of the blocks back that are worth points back into the tower as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the blocks. Right here are the property blocks, and these are the colored ones. There are going to be 2 blocks of each color in the set. So if you end up drawing one of these out of the tower, you're going to place it in front of you, and these are going to be worth 1 point each. Now, if you draw both of the blocks of the same color out and place it in front of you, both of them together are going to be worth 4 points. When it comes to the railroad blocks over here, these are going to be worth points depending on how many that you have. If you draw one of the railroads out, you're going to place it in front of you. That's going to be worth 1 point. If you have 2, that'll be worth 3 points. If you get 3, that'll be worth 6 points. If you get all 4 of the railroads out and place them in front of you, that's going to be worth 10 points. If you draw the chance block, this is going to force you to place one of your blocks back into the tower, the property block or the railroad block. And then you're also going to replace the chance block in the tower as well. If you get a community chest block, then you're going to be able to steal one of your opponent's property blocks. You'll place it in front of you, and then you'll go ahead and replace this back into the tower somewhere. These are the get out of jails. If you end up getting a get out of jail block, you're going to simply lose a turn, but you will go ahead and place this back somewhere in the tower. The free parking one is a powerful one. If you draw this one, then you are going to end up stealing an entire property set of blocks from your opponent. So if you happen to have 2 of these, you would steal these 2 from them. And then you would go ahead and place this back into the tower. And if it turns out nobody has a property set, you'll just put this back. Then you have the blank tiles over here. If you draw one of these, you're going to have an option of trying to push out one of these other tiles, mainly the property and the railroad, with this tile. Try to push it out. If you are successfully able to do so, then you are going to get that block. So if I were to push this one out, I would get the brown block. Otherwise, I would just go ahead and place this back in the tower somewhere. Okay, so let's just say it is my turn. I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to get out this orange block. And I've successfully gotten it out, so I'll place it in front of me like so, which is going to be worth 1 point. My opponent decides to go, so he goes ahead and takes out the purple one, puts it here. Again, it's going to be worth 1 point. So I'm looking, and I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to draw one of these white blocks, and I got the chance block. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put this block back somewhere. So let's just say I decide to place it here, and then I'll go ahead and place the chance block back in here like so. And I can only use one hand when I am placing these blocks back, so that's going to make it challenging. Okay, so let's say we got the tower looking like that. Now another rule is you can only draw blocks from the next to the highest down, so you're not going to be able to draw from the top. So let's say my opponent decides to go, and he's looking, and he decides he's going to go and try to draw this blue one. He gets it, so that's going to be worth 1 point. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and try to draw out a brown one. I have successfully done so, so I'll get a point for that. Now my opponent decides to go, and let's say he decides he's going to draw one from back here, and he has a blank block. So now he has the option of trying to push out another block and see if he can do that with this one. Now these blocks are pretty slippery too, so it's not as easy as it looks sometimes when you're trying to do this. He doesn't see that he can do it, so he's just going to go ahead and place this on the top like so. So now I'll get to go again, and I'm going to try to see if I can get out the other brown block. Ooh, nope, not looking good. And not looking good there. How about this one? Okay, so I got out the blue. Another point. So now my opponent decides to go, and let's say he's going to go ahead and go for the yellow block here. And boom, he got it, but barely. So now he has a point. So I get to go. I'll draw out this one here. Oop, I have a go to jail, and I have knocked it over. So anyway, I'm going to end up losing a point because I knocked the tower over. So I'll have ended up with 1 point, and my opponent will have ended up with 3 points. So now, of course, if you want, you can just play this game in a series of rounds, and whoever has the most amount of points at the end of the game is going to win. And that, folks, is Monopoly Jenga.
Video is sponsored by vend-co.com. If you are looking for a side hustle or full-time income, invest in vending machines. Vend-co.com has the latest in vending equipment for the lowest price, and they have financing, so be your own boss. Check out their link in the description below. It really helps the channel. Thanks, guys.